Hello, hello. So we have the 2nd of August 2025. And as I said many times in my videos, the year 2025 was supposed to be very, very interesting, and it was so far. And in my less than humble opinion, according to astrology, it is going to be even more exciting in the days to come very, very soon. So let's say that astrology says that in about 4 days, let's say from the 6th of this month, August 2025, things are going to get quite exciting all over the planet. So let's dive into the astrology and let's look at the chart. I will become small, so I won't interrupt too much. And this is how the sky is going to look like on the 12th of August 2025. I marked the interesting parts in paint, so let me just show you what is going on right now in the sky. We have the god of underworld and the god of chaos that trine each other, and this is a very positive aspect in general. It means that the flow of energy is clean and easy to grasp. But that's not everything. We have Saturn, the god of time, rules, governments, conjuncting the god of illusion, dreams, intuition, in the same place, in the world point, as some astrologists call it. It is the first degree of Aries. So this is a setup of planets that already is extremely powerful. And all of the dynamic events that we had this year, this is because of this setup that we have in the sky. But this month we have some extra stuff that is going to influence this very construct in the sky. And this is the god of war, Mars, here trining both slow-moving planets, Pluto and Uranus. And you have to remember that Pluto, plutonium, Uranus, uranium, these are the forces responsible for the creation of nuclear technology. And right now, they support each other quite significantly, and in the very same time, we'll have this quick transit of the god of war, Mars, initiating action. So in general, this construct is very, very positive. So you can expect free flow of energy that is very easily cut and turned into something useful. There is just one negative aspect. Well, it's not that we cannot talk about negative and positive aspects in astrology. So we can talk about harmonious and non-harmonious energy, in my less than humble opinion. So what it means is that if we have a harmonious energy, like a trine that I marked here, this energy is easy to work with. If we have non-harmonious energy, like opposition here, for example, this is energy that requires much more skill, much more resources to be harnessed. And this is what is going to happen on more or less from the 6th of August 2025. We will feel this energy till, let's say, the 15th. And so Mars is going to initiate action on this very world point where we already have Saturn, Neptune, and we'll have momentarily Moon at this very point. So the question is it everything in the sky going on right now? No, because we have another similar construct where we have a grand trine of Mars, Pluto, and Uranus, and in the same time we will have Mercury that will start moving forward just a couple of days before, will oppose Pluto, create again this diamond or kite formation in the sky. So we are going to have two diamonds, two kite formations in the sky in the same time. And that's not everything, because we are going to have a mystic rectangle in the sky in the same time where we have Mars, Mercury, Pluto, and this big conjunction here creating a mystic rectangle, a one that is quite easy to work with if you know how to unlock this energy. So that's even extra amount of energy flowing in from the sky to the earth, or the other way around, but I would say from the sky to the earth. And then we'll have this conjunction of Venus and Jupiter that is going to supply even more energy in the same time. And we have this massive conjunction, as I said before, in the world point of Aries, where we have Saturn, Neptune, and Moon. And now the question is it everything? No, it's not, because we have more than two grand trines working together. We have so we have these two diamonds, two kites working together, and we have this mystic rectangle as well. So the amount of energy is going to be explosively extraordinary. This is just the next couple of days, and honestly, I am thinking myself, am I right? Is there something big going to happen soon on planet Earth? We'll see about that, but this is not everything. So there is more aspects that are actually already in the sky, and all the sextiles, they create fingers of God on the other side of the horoscope. And we are, because there is so many sextiles, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them working together in the same setup with other planets. We are going to have 4 fingers of God that are very energetic and non-harmonious figures in the horoscopes. So we are going to have one from Mars and Mercury that is going to have focal points somewhere in Pisces. We are going to have less significant, but still I would count it as a finger of God in this very period. So that's Jupiter and North Node is going to affect some things around the middle of the sign of Aquarius. And we are going to have another strong finger of God between Mercury, created by Mercury and Uranus, activating the beginning of Capricorn. And then we are going to have one more very, very strong, activated by Saturn, Neptune, Moon, here this conjunction, and Uranus activating the first degrees of Scorpio. Is that everything? No, we are going to have one more, that's Pluto, and this massive conjunction in the world point, as I said before, activating the early degrees of Virgo. So, expect massive flow of energy. That's the full construct, and I've marked here the most energetically affected points in the horoscope. So I marked the most important aspects here with a bit thicker lines, and I did mark this point, the world point, as the most important in this set. So this is where we'll have the most energy flow. And there are minor points that are extremely, extremely strong anyways. So the question is, how is it going to play out all around the world? So next couple of days are going to be extremely energetic, as I said, and I haven't seen such a strong moment in the history, probably in last couple thousand of years. And I do believe that the year 2025 and the years to follow are going to be extremely important for the whole population. And this is because these sextiles with these fingers of God are still going to be active. Not all of them, but the ones that are created by the slow-moving planets, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus and Neptune. So 2 of them are going to affect the world for next couple of years. But if you want to know, are you going to be affected somehow by what is going on right now in the world? Get any sort of astrological program, key in your birth date and see whether you have any planets, any placements in these very points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. But it is not everything, because this construct is so strong, it is going to affect most of us. I would say that 90% of the population is going to be somehow affected by this construct. For example, myself, I'm going to hospital for a surgery quite soon. And for other people that live, like, let's say, in the Middle East, that might be quite something different, but they may end up in hospital as well. So the essential thing is to go onto any website that provides horoscopes, where you can key in your date and see what's going on in the sky, see the circle. And in one of my videos before, I did mark the points that are going to be affected all over the world. And let me get back to that slide. Just give me 1 second. So basically speaking, each and every section where we have the beginning of the sign is going to be affected somehow. So I mark them with the red dots. And if you have any sort of placement in any beginning of any sign, sooner or later, this or next 2 years, you are going to be affected somehow. Sometimes it is going to be a very positive energy that will flow into these points. It really depends on your natal horoscope as well. But in general, I would strongly suggest that we can expect massive events to happen very, very soon all over the world. And especially these 2 points are going to be interesting as well, apart from the red points I've already marked, because as I said, each and every beginning of a sign is going to get affected. But these 2 points from these 2 strong finger of gods are going to be extra affected. So check out your horoscopes. If you have if you can use a horoscope on your own, or if you know an astrologer, it is good to ask about it. Simply ask them, what placements do you have in the beginning of each and every sign? How is the current construct in the sky going to affect these places in your horoscope? And from the 6th, let's say, there is going to be one more temporary, very important point. That's the beginning of Libra and Aries, that is going to experience tremendous amount of energy. And one of these yod is going to, these 2 points are going to be so massive and so strong that technically speaking, they are going to create a third yod, third finger of God, pointing at this very world point in Aries. And it's going to be a so-called boomerang yod with Mars here in the middle. As I marked it here, because it is, first of all, because my channel is not very popular, and hopefully I'm not gonna scare anyone. And it is so few days left before the events getting out of hand. I can say again, expect massive shifts and energy flow in the few days to come, from the 6th to the, let's say, 15th of this month. If I was to advise you, the most important advice will be, do not get scared and keep on going. Like, if you have your family and work routine, try to do it as you always did without without getting affected by the timing, but without maybe reading the news and watching the telly, because it can cause imbalance in your lives and lives of your family. So try, most importantly, not to get separated from the rest of community. Try to stay honest and yourself. And these are just a couple of days. We are going to have interesting events in the next couple of years, but these days are crucial. There is going to be enormous energy release if you know how to work with such massive amounts of energy. Fine, try to catch it, use crystals or whatever you use to do magic. These days are going to be extremely energetic. And this is all I can say. And remember, as I said, that Uranus and Pluto are going to do their job. This is the first violin played, this diamond construct in the sky. That's very soon, in a couple of days. If you have any questions, write them in the comments. And as soon as these constructs are gone from the sky, I will try to upload some videos from time to time, because I have 100 subscribers so far. But the thing is, I didn't want to add to the scare narrative all over the internet, right? So that's why I didn't shoot any more videos when I saw at the beginning of this year, because I did speak about this construct in the sky a number of months ago. I think that from January, February this year, before anyone else did on the internet. So that's why I think that there is enough negative narrative all over the internet, and because the times are challenging and they are going to be difficult, what I will try to do is show you how to use astrology and the astrology timing to simply do magic. And this is what I will probably focus in my future videos, because, life in general is difficult enough, and I don't want to add any negative to your life. Rather, I will try to add positive aspects to your lives as well as mine. So more or less that's it for today. I'm just wondering whether this video is 26 minutes long. No, it's just 18 minutes long so far, because before I kept shooting videos that were 26 minutes long. Remember, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments below. I will try to answer them if I can. I will be launching, I think the website is called Cameo, so I will be able to shoot short videos for you on that website on request later. And more or less that's it. As I said, keep it together. Do not get scared, and everything should be more or less alright. And if the end comes, it does come. For each and every person, it is different. And just one more thing, because right now, Saturn and Neptune are moving backwards. They are in retro mode. I assume that maybe it is not going to be as bad as it could have been. And later that month, just one more thing, later that month we are going to have conjunction of Venus and Jupiter in Cancer that should bring some sort of release, maybe, but that's around the 12th of August 2025. yeah, so more or less that's it for today. Write me in the comments if you want me to do live for you, so I can one day, if there's like 20 people watching me, 50 or 5,000, I can answer some of your questions. So that's it for today, and hopefully we'll meet again in about a week or two when astrology is done. Unless nothing interesting is going to happen in the next couple of days. We'll see. See you next time. Bye bye.